Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United attacking midfielder Juan Mata is refusing to sign a new contract ahead of a proposed move to La Liga. Juan Mata's father and agent have had a meeting with Real Sociedad. Mata's contract at Manchester United expires in the summer. Revert back to last year, Manchester United extended Juan Mata's contract for a further year. Back in 2020, Juan Mata rejected an 18 million year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. Juan Mata doesn't really get in Manchester United's team. Plus he's ageing up and he's lost that yard of pace. But despite all of that, Juan Mata's had a good career at Manchester United. Mata has made 276 appearances in all competitions and he scored 51 goals. He's been at Manchester United for 8 years. Manchester United got Mata from Chelsea back in 2014. Manchester United paid around 37.1 million. We brought him in under the David Moyes era. Mata has been in England for over 10 years. But yeah, there's a good chance that I'll be leaving Manchester United this month. Now, could Cristiano Ronaldo leave Manchester United if they fail to improve? Now, not so long ago, like I updated you, Cristiano Ronaldo gave an interview. And Ronaldo is backing Ralf Rangnick to do a good job at Manchester United. And Ronaldo also mentioned that I'm not at Man United to compete for 6th or 7th. He said finishing below 3rd is unacceptable. Ronaldo had to leave training early on Thursday morning as he picked up an ankle injury, or thigh injury should I say. Cristiano Ronaldo missed Manchester United's game against Aston Villa in the FA Cup 3rd round last Monday due to a minor muscular problem. Ronaldo's recently been targeted by PSG. The other week, Ronaldo held crisis talks with his agent Jorge Mendes about his future. And Ronaldo did mention that he's ready to leave Manchester United if the club's next manager isn't to his liking. Since Ronaldo re-signed for Manchester United, he's scored 14 goals in all competitions and he's got over 800 goals in his career. Man United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million with add-ons included. He wears a number 7 shirt, he's got a contract with Man United until 2023, there's an option of a further year. And Ronaldo receives £480,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. Ronaldo has won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Manchester United have relied on Ronaldo far too much since he re-signed. He's saved Manchester United quite a few times this season, so disregarding Ronaldo, Man United be in a worse position than they're in now. By the way, there's a lot of Manchester United fans that are demanding Ronaldo to become the new captain. But I've been hearing that Ralf Rangnick has no intentions of giving Ronaldo the captaincy on a permanent basis. Now, I want to give you some news on Simone Inzaghi. So, according to reports from Italy, Man United approach Simone Inzaghi as their next manager. Atletico Madrid are also interested in him. Simone Inzaghi is the manager of Inter Milan. Inter Milan appointed Inzaghi in last year. His contract at Inter Milan expires next year. Simone Inzaghi recently won his first trophy at Inter Milan. Before Inter Milan, he managed Lazio. He also managed Lazio's youth. So could Simone Inzaghi be Manchester United's next permanent manager? I still think that there's a very good chance that Mauricio Pochettino will be Man United's next permanent manager. Earlier on this week, reports in France said that Man United are in secret contact with Mauricio Pochettino, despite Pochettino not being Ralf Rangnick's preferred choice to take over at Manchester United. The Manchester Evening News said the other week that Pochettino's move to Manchester United is almost done. He said Pochettino wants Man United and Man United want Pochettino, and he said Pochettino will leave PSG by June at the latest. PSG have identified their replacement for Pochettino, and that's Zidane. He said that PSG agreed terms with Zidane. Earlier on this season, it said Manchester United were prepared to pay the 10 million compensation fee for Pochettino. Few times earlier on in the season, Pochettino came out and said that I'm happy at PSG and he wouldn't let the Man United rumours distract him. I think Pochettino's got under a year left on his contract at PSG. I think he has won a French Cup with them. Revert back to when Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho. Manchester United should have got Pochettino, but the club decided to go with Solskjaer instead. He is a good manager, even though he's hardly won anything. He's proven in the Premier League, because before Mauricio Pochettino managed Tottenham, he enjoyed the 5.5-year managerial tenure at Tottenham, and analysing the vast majority of his tenure when he was at Tottenham, Tottenham were competing in and out of the top four. But revert back to 2018, he got Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final, and at one point he almost won the league with Tottenham. Before Tottenham, he managed Southampton. He only enjoyed a short managerial tenure with Southampton, but he still managed to guide Southampton to their highest ever finish in the Premier League. So they're the clubs he's managed in the Premier League so far, and before Southampton he managed Espanyol. Erik ten Hag could be Man United's next permanent manager. The other week it said that Erik ten Hag was leading the race to become Man United's next manager. There's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see Erik ten Hag come in. You've got to admire the work he's done at Ajax. You know, he's won a couple of titles with them. Back in 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals, and I like the way he develops young players. He's under contract with Ajax till 2023, so his contract expires next year. He's been at Ajax for around 5 years now. Before Ajax, he was at Utrecht. Before then, he was at Bayern Munich's reserves. And before then, he was at Go Ahead Eagles. Manchester United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Because Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson. You know, we sacked David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ralf Rangnick, he's Manchester United's interim manager until the end of the season. Then it did initially say that Rangnick would continue in a consultancy role for a further 2 years. If Man United don't finish in the top 4 this season, Rangnick won't get the consultancy role. Rangnick has been Manchester United's interim manager for 6 weeks now. He's lost 1 game so far as Man United manager. You know, the other week Man United lost 1-0 to Wolves at Old Trafford. That was the first time Wolves won at Old Trafford since 1980. There's been poor performances under Ralf Rangnick, but reflecting on that, Rangnick is blameless. I think the players are to blame for the poor performances. The players are the biggest problem at Manchester United at this moment in time. I'm very sceptical that Manchester United will offer Rangnick the job on a permanent basis. I'm hoping Rangnick can win a trophy at Man United this season. You know, Man United have not won a trophy since 2017. That's 5 years ago now. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Earlier on this season, there was reports coming out saying that Ralf Rangnick is already under pressure at Manchester United. And he's losing the dressing room, and it said 17 Manchester United players are unhappy. But despite that, he said Rangnick had been told that transfer funds are available this month. So reflecting on that, Rangnick will be backed by the Glazers this month. Before Man United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Credit to Rangnick though, he has made changes since he's come in, because he brought Ewan Sharp in as an assistant coach and analyst. He also brought Chris Armas in as an assistant coach, and he brought Saz Chalens in as a sports psychologist. Will Manchester United make a signing this month? We've been linked with a lot of players, you know, since Rangnick come in. I recently give you the news on Denis Zakaria from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Quite a few days ago now, Bild came out and said that Manchester United made an offer to the agents of Denis Zakaria. He said Man United held talks with Denis Zakaria's representatives, and Borussia Mönchengladbach are willing to sell Denis Zakaria for just 5 million this month. 5 million's a bargain. Dennis Zakaria is out of contract at Borussia Mönchengladbach at the end of the season. There's been a lot of narratives coming out about Tariq Lamptey recently from Brighton. He says Manchester United are interested in signing Brighton right back Tariq Lamptey. Obviously, Ralph Rangnick is targeting a new right back. Man United have got 2 right backs at the moment. That's Diego Dalot and Wan-Bissaka. Manchester United value Tariq Lamptey at 30 million. Brighton value him at 40 million. So reflecting on that, Man United are 10 million short of Brighton's valuation. Arsenal have also been in for Lamptey. I think Lamptey's done very well at Brighton. You know, he's been a Brighton player for 2 years. He's got a contract with them until 2025. Only the age of 21. Before Brighton, he was at Chelsea. He's predominantly a right back, but he can also be deployed as a right wing back. Players are going to depart Manchester United this year. We've already seen a few players go out on loan already this month. Dean Henderson will probably have to wait until the summer now to offload him. Because Dean Henderson is not allowed to leave Man United this month. Ralph Rangnick confirmed. Henderson wasn't even part of the squad for the game against Villa in the Cup last Monday. I was shocked in that aspect because I thought Henderson would have been in goal for that game. Henderson doesn't get in goal much because revert back to last summer, De Gea reclaimed that number 1 spot back. Henderson's only made 2 appearances this season. Earlier on this season he was out with COVID for a while. But at one point last season, Henderson got that number 1 jersey and he did well in a lot of the games he was in goal for last season. Henderson obviously regrets signing that new long-term contract at the club. Was it before the start of last season he signed a 5-year contract with Man United with an option of a 6th year. Henderson has got that experience behind him because he enjoyed 2 successful loans with Sheffield. He's had other loan spells before with Stockport, Grimsby and Shrewsbury. Diego Dalot, I think he could be leaving this year. You know, Diego Dalot has been subjected to transfer speculation before. But you know, Diego Dalot has appeared to be our first choice right back under Ralph Rangnick. He wasn't first choice under Solskjaer. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka was the first choice right back under Ole. But, you know, to Diego Dalot's credit, I think he's had some good games this season, especially under Rangnick. Last season, Dalot had a loan spell with AC Milan, so reflecting on that, he gained some experience. Man United got Diego Dalot from Porto for around £19 million. We brought him in under the Jose Mourinho era. Eric Bailly, he's leaving the club. The other day, Damasio said that Eric Bailly has agreed to join AC Milan. AC Milan want him on loan. And the loan will either include an option to buy or an obligation to buy. Bailly is extremely interested in a move to Italy. Bailly is at the African Cup of Nations at the moment. The last game he played for Manchester United was the 3-1 win against Burnley last year. He obviously came off injured in that game and he is injury prone, Bailly, which is a concern. Back in April last year, Bailly signed a new contract with Man United until 2024. He lost his place in the team a while ago, obviously with Man United signing Varane last summer, and for some reason Raphael Varane has been preferred to Bailly. Bailly's been at Man United for 6 years. We got him from Villarreal back in 2016. Manchester United paid £38 million. It was the first signing that Jose Mourinho made. Bailly's made 113 appearances for us in all competitions, but he's only managed to score 1 goal. Phil Jones, I think he'll be leaving the club this year. You know, Phil Jones doesn't really get in the team, does he? He did play in the game against Wolves the other week. That's only because Maguire picked up a knock. Jones was our best player against Wolves, and it was his first Premier League appearance since January 2020. That's 2 years ago now. At one point he had a knee injury for a while, did Jones. He is only the outfield player that's still with us from the Ferguson era. This season is his 11th season at Manchester United, so he has been a long-serving player. Paul Pogba, very good chance he'll be leaving Man United in the summer. He won't leave this month, he'll leave in the summer. I'm hearing that PSG are interested in signing him. Pogba's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Revert back to the other week, Pogba denied being offered a new Manchester United contract. Because the Sun said that Man United offered Paul Pogba a new £500,000 a week contract that would have made Pogba the highest paid player in Premier League history. Prior to the Villa game in the Cup, Rangnick provided us with an update on Pogba. He said Pogba's going to be out for at least another 4 weeks. He's injury prone, is Pogba. He's had quite a few injuries since he re-signed for the club. You know, this season is Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he re-signed. You know, he's played 212 games and he's scored 38 times since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club. And Man United paid £89 million for him. So reflecting on that, our most expensive sign at the moment, Matic, he will depart the club this year. Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, he still seems to get his opportunities. Matic is the only predominant centre defensive midfielder that Man United have got. I've always had my reservations about Matic because he's always been a static midfielder, plus he's aging up, but he has had his good games at Man United. Matic has been at Man United for 5 years, got him from Chelsea back in 2017. Man United paid £40 million. Donny van der Beek will probably leave in the summer. I don't think he'll leave this month because I have been hearing he's not allowed to leave this month. Well, Rangnick has asked Donny van der Beek to stay, and he also asked Dean Henderson to stay. Recently, Donny van der Beek was offered to Newcastle and Borussia Dortmund. Van der Beek remains keen on leaving Man United in this January transfer window. The other week he held talks with Rangnick to discuss his future. You can't blame Van der Beek for wanting to leave. He hasn't been given enough opportunities. You know, he hasn't had enough opportunities under Rangnick, didn't get enough opportunities under Solskjaer. Van der Beek's only started 1 game under Rangnick. Van der Beek has only managed to score 2 goals for the club, and he's been a Manchester United player now for over 1.5 years. You know, we got Van der Beek for 40 million. If you include the add-ons, we paid around 35 million up front. He's got a contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year, and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. Amad Diallo, he's going out on loan, by the way. He's on international duty at the moment. I heard that Anthony Elanga could be going out on loan to a championship club, but Rangnick wants to keep him. I think it'd be the right decision to loan Elanga out because he would gain more experience. But Elanga, you know, he looks a very good asset for Man United's first team. You know, he's made quite a few first team appearances now. Came on last Monday against Villa in the Cup and made an impact, you know, showed good pace, got into good positions, and he got the crowd going again. Elanga's been part of the club for a long time. You know, he came up our academy now. He joined Man United's academy at the age of 12. Last year, Elanga committed his future to the club because he signed a contract with Man United until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. Martial, he'll be leaving the club this year, but we'll probably have to wait until the summer now to offload him because Sevilla have dropped out. And Cavani, he will leave in the summer because the other week Ralph Rangnick revealed that Edinson Cavani wants to stay at Manchester United until the end of the season. So there you go. And today Manchester United play Aston Villa. It's at Villa Park. It kicks off at 5:30. Man United will be facing Aston Villa for the second time this week, because Manchester United beat Aston Villa in the FA Cup third round 1-0 at Old Trafford last Monday. The only goal of the game came from Scott McTominay. It was a very good header by Scott McTominay. It was Scott McTominay's second goal of the season. It was a lovely cross by Fred to pick out McTominay for the goal. McTominay got man of the match against Villa in the Cup. McTominay's done well in his last few games. Unfortunately, isn't available for today's game, McTominay, because he's suspended. I thought last Monday, though, in the Cup, Aston Villa dominated large periods of the game. You know, they kept the possession well, they passed the ball well, they put Manchester United under pressure, you know, they created very good chances. And like I mentioned, Aston Villa had 2 goals disallowed for offside. Danny Ings had his goal ruled out by VAR, and Ollie Watkins had his goal disallowed. So Villa would have been happy with the performance in the cup game against us. They'd have just been disappointed with the result. Obviously, last Monday was Steven Gerrard's first time at Old Trafford as a manager. Steven Gerrard is Aston Villa's manager. Villa appointed him in earlier on this season. When he got appointed in as Villa manager, Gerrard, he signed a 3.5-year deal. To be fair, Villa have been impressive under Gerrard, but in recent weeks they've been a bit out of form. Before Aston Villa, Steven Gerrard was at Rangers. He did well at Rangers because he won the Scottish Premiership with them, and before Rangers he managed Liverpool's under-18s. Obviously before Steven Gerrard, Aston Villa had Dean Smith. They sacked Dean Smith earlier on this season. Dean Smith is now the Norwich City manager. Recently, Aston Villa signed Lucas Digne from Everton. Aston Villa paid around £25 million. There's a good chance that Lucas Digne will be making his Aston Villa debut today. Last week, Aston Villa signed Philippe Coutinho on loan from Barcelona until the end of the season. Coutinho didn't play any part in the cup game last Monday because he's recently been away, plus he had COVID not so long ago. There's a good chance Coutinho will make his Aston Villa debut today. I think Coutinho will do well at Aston Villa. If he does well, you know, Aston Villa will get Coutinho on a permanent basis. Well, you know, Aston Villa have got very good players in their team. You know, they've got Ollie Watkins. Like I said, Ollie Watkins played in the cup game last Monday. played very well, you know, had a goal disallowed and he had a good chance when he hit the crossbar. Ollie Watkins recovered from COVID not so long ago. Ollie Watkins is a former Brentford player. Villa have also got Trezeguet. He's not available for Aston Villa at the moment because he's at the African Cup of Nations. They've got Bertrand Traore, you know, he's not available at the moment because he's at the African Cup of Nations. They've got Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey didn't play any part in the cup game last Monday because he's been out with injury. He's a key player, is Leon Bailey for Villa. Aston Villa got Leon Bailey from Bayer Leverkusen. They've also got Danny Ings. He's made an impact at Villa, Danny Ings, but he is injury prone. Ings was good when he was at Southampton. He was also good when he was at Liverpool. Ings played last Monday in the cup game, like I mentioned earlier on. He had that goal ruled out by VAR. They've also got Buendia, who I highly rate. Aston Villa, I think, got him from Norwich. He played in the cup game last Monday. He played well, you know, he had a couple of good chances in that first half, did Buendia. I think he'll play in today's game. John McGinn, he won't be playing any part today because he's suspended. John McGinn is one of the best players that Aston Villa have got. He played in the cup game last Monday, had a good chance in that game, produced a good save from De Gea. Marvelous Nakamba, he won't be available for today's game because he's out with injury. They've got Jacob Ramsey, they've got Douglas Luiz. To be honest with you, I don't really rate Douglas Luiz. They've also got Morgan Sanson. They've got Ezri Konsa, who I like. He played in the cup game last Monday. Tyrone Mings, he's a very, very good centre-half. Manchester United were linked with him a while ago. They've also got Matt Targett and Mike Cash, who played last Monday in the cup. They've got Ashley Young as well. He's recently been out with a toe injury. Ashley Young is in his second spell at Aston Villa. Young is a former Manchester United player. You know, we had Ashley Young for 8.5 years, so he was a long-serving player at Man United. When we offloaded him, he went to Inter Milan from Manchester United. And Aston Villa's first choice goalkeeper is Martinez. Let me put into the equation that Villa have just lost Anwar El Ghazi to Everton. They lost Jack Grealish to Man City, but Villa did receive £100 million for him. And not so long ago, Axel Tuanzebe left Aston Villa to join Napoli on loan. And last summer, Tom Heaton left Aston Villa on a free transfer. He obviously came to Manchester United. You know, Tom Heaton is our third choice goalkeeper. Obviously, Luke Shaw or McTominay won't be playing any part in this game for us because they're suspended. You know, Pogba won't be playing any part in this game because he's still injured. Martial's recently been out of injury, but he doesn't really get in the team. Ronaldo, like I said, recently picked up a thigh injury, but he's expected to be available for today. He's not available because he's at the African Cup of Nations. I'm expecting Rangnick to make some changes in today's game from the cup game against Villa last Monday. Man United won this fixture at Villa Park last season 3-1. But Villa won at Old Trafford in the league earlier on this season 1-0, and that was the first time Aston Villa won at Old Trafford since 2009. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.